Welcome to the SpellCast.
Okay, not going to lie. Elf ears, black garb, white hair, long, androgynous?
Female.
Actually, you know what, doesn't matter. Either way, that was hot.
You think you've had a run-in with a drow or a drow of some sort.
They cast Dimension Door, that's hot. Yikes. Okay, I go into the office. I'm not catching them. There's nothing I can do to catch them. Does it look absolutely turned over?
No, it doesn't look absolutely turned over. It almost looks as if no one has touched it. Whatever they were in there for, it seems that they would have made an absolutely expert job of leaving things as they were.
Okay.
There might be some things out of place. You did interrupt her.
It's true. So I'm going to roll investigation and see if I can reason out if there is anything that could possibly be, as opposed to just Augusta being messy about her workspace.
Sure, of course, yeah.
No.
What?
9.
That's enough to notice that there is a wooden cabinet. A drawer of a wooden cabinet that is open.
Okay, what's in it?
Seems to be a bunch of files with different citizens' names on them. In fact, you can find files with your names on them as well.
Fantastic!
And on the front of the... But your files are just in there.
Okay.
On the front of the cabinet, on that drawer, it says interviews.
Is there like an actual... Is there a visible gap between any of the files that make it seem like that is the last one that was perused?
Yes, there's a gap in the S's.
I pull that one out.
Between Stoneheart and Shattershield.
Fuck it. I pull out the one that, like, whichever one's front is showing.
That would be Stelmane. Pull it out.
Just flick.
Yeah, it seems to be, it's all clipped together. Nothing seems to have been disturbed.
I pull out mine.
Yeah, the thing, you read through a few things that you wish you would have worded differently, etc. But you read some notes. One note says, "Seems a bit nervous around me." Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and that's about... Is everything seems normal in that one.
So, shoulder prowl.
Hi.
There was a gap between SH and ST.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but it's not there, so, like...
Oh, you didn't find it. You don't find it in the cabinet.
So they probably... I'm just saying...
Yeah.
Who do we know with the last name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that goes back in the thing. And I don't notice anything else out of place.
Where else do you look?
Her desk.
On her desk, you do find that there are some papers out. You find a file folder there. The papers in it are not, like, some of them are juffled and ruffled a bit.
Click.
You found the file of Jadankle Silvertooth.
Oh. Hey! Anything relevant to his current political ambitions and or anything that might possibly...
How poignantly on the head. Yes.
Yes.
Particularly out of the file folder seems to be an interview with Augusta O'Neilly and Jadankle Silvertooth concerning the talking points he will be speaking upon in the debate before the election.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Opposition research.
In fact, we could call it a Baldur's Gate scandal. Wow.
Okay.
God damn it! And they outsourced it to Menzo Baranzan.
Okay.
Those fuckers.
They did.
Okay. That's like the most pertinent thing there. There's probably some other.
Yeah, that's the most pertinent. There's something about Rufus Rough Puppy's Ramen Ranch and like how it's not his fault, etc. Blah blah blah.
Okay.
It's not my fault.
Okay.
I didn't do it.
Close.
Close.
Is there anything under the desk? Anything that clearly shouldn't have been there, but maybe have just ended up down there? Aside from what I've normally come to expect of professional women, which is a lot of shoes. Extra shoes underneath the desk.
No, you do find extra pair of shoes, but no, there's nothing like out of place here.
Okay, this is a journalistic office. Is there any spare parchment?
Yeah.
Quill?
Yeah, and ink.
I'm gonna write a note.
Okay.
Augusta, hi, I was here. Someone else was also here. We need to talk. Yeah. Ront Havenfair.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Is there tape on the doors? There's tape on the doors. Is there?
Jesus.
Keep from locking.
Jesus. Yikes.
Yikes.
I mean, I don't know. She's not my friend. I don't know where she drinks. So, like, I'm not going to find her tonight.
She could just be at home, wherever that is.
Look, I don't have her Snapchat. I don't know where she lives.
You do, however, have access to HR.
This is why you don't roll wisdom as conscience rolls.
I sometimes would suggest making a contested roll between your intelligence and your wisdom.
To see which one wins out.
Mm-hmm.
Intelligence says I can get her address from the employee roll. Wisdom says I shouldn't fucking do that. Was that wisdom?
Yeah, that was the wisdom.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so intelligence would probably win, unless intelligence rolls a 1, which it doesn't. Yeah, so come back outside, close the door, find the stack of papers that I knocked over and tidy that up because it's Ront.
Of course.
Wander about until I find something resembling a roster or directory or HR office.
Yeah. You find an office that would pertain to holding employee files and such. You get in there easily. There's like a weird parchment glued onto the lock of the door. It's not, locked or anything.
Okay.
You get inside.
An interesting use of parchment.
Yeah. You are able to locate Augusta O'Neilly's file, and you are able to locate her address and where she lives. Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay.
She lives, funny enough, in the Wide district, which is named after the Wide Marketplace, the open area.
Oh, so we were just there.
You were
Okay.
at closing time. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Harry's still at the window.
Harry's still at the window, clicking, clattering.
I go back out. I leave.
Yeah.
I fucking leave.
You shut the window?
Yes.
Okay.
I leave. I go to the Wide.
Okay.
What the fuck is my life? I go to the Wide.
Mm-hmm.
I go to that address and I see if it seems like she's home.
Okay. We'll get to that scene in a little bit.
Yeah.
Conall, what are you up to?
I was trying to find one of you guys.
Okay, so who do you want to run into? You can have a choice here.
I mean, I'm in the Wide, so, like, pretty easy.
Wide.
We're
MCA.
Okay.
Alright, so you're with
Lower
him?
high.
Well,
Oh.
Low. I'm running into Ront.
Okay. Ron, you run into Conall.
while I'm nervously casing Augusta's home.
While you're, on the way to notice in case
Okay. On the way to...
Ront, is that you?
Yeah.
I got the best news for you, bro.
What?
A guard near the Wide yells at you, say, "Hey, keep it down. People are trying to sleep."
Apologies, officer. Conall, get over here.
I saunter over to him and I whisper, "So you know how you were always talking about supporting Jadenkel's campaign?
No.
You know how it was a big dream of yours to be part of said campaign?
No, Conall.
Guess what? I got you in." By the way, Jadenkel says thank you.
Thank you, Conall.
Oh, you're welcome, man. Listen, I got you anytime, anywhere. You're my bro. Love you, brother. Listen, I got this whole scheme set up. I told him to get a wheelie contraption for you. We're gonna set up a banner. It's gonna be like the old times at Rufus.
You mean when I died?
No. Before that.
Thank you, Conall. How did he look?
You know, like this tall, goblin-y.
Oh, good. So that hasn't changed.
No. Same old Dankle.
Okay. Where are you off to now?
Well, I was off to find you. I was kind of looking for Hal, too. Maybe Lonnie, I'm not sure. But what have you been up to?
Nothing illegal, if that's what you're asking.
Good.
Weren't we supposed to meet up at, the Kid League area in a little bit?
Sure.
You know where that is, right?
Absolutely not.
Did it matter what you rolled?
Roll a 17 said no. And
If I got a 20, it would be a yes.
wow.
Ron tells him where they are, if he knows. Does he know?
Yes.
Yeah, Ron tells him where they are.
You know where every guild is. And
If you didn't know, you'd know where to look.
That's also true.
Yeah, they're over there. Just you just make the right, left, the right, and then another right. And I will see you there in a few minutes, alright? I just gotta take care of one thing.
Wait, so I found out where, Dampnut.
Oh.
I found out where Dampnut is having his campaign, and honestly, part of Jadenko's request is that we pretty much, troll the campaign, but hear me out. I kinda wanna have a conversation with this guy.
We're not ready for that. We don't know anything about
We were not ready for a gunpowder room that was capable of blowing up a mountain. We were not
Say
ready.
that out here!
We were not ready.
Sir, please keep it down. People are trying to sleep.
We were not ready for a lot of stuff! Yeah, but all those things, they're things we can usually punch our way out of. This is weird politicking. We need to be a different kind of ready, which is part of what I'm trying to do right now. And we should check up on the kids sooner rather than later, lest something else happen to them this very night. I just need to take a few minutes to check on something, and I will see you over there. Yeah?
No. Where's Hal?
I have absolutely no idea.
Speaking of, we're going to get back to this. Where are you two?
Welcome to the Citadel.
Yeah, so how do you want to deal with that? Do you want us to play through going to the Citadel, or...?
We can get through to the Citadel now, pretty much, if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nighttime. The guards are out, pretty much in more force than usual. You know, patrol the streets, etc. But you can make your way to the Citadel. The guards stop you, obviously, at the entrance to the damn fort. It's where all the guards are. It's where the city watch is. It's where everything. It's where the people who are in control of the city walls are. It's generally hard to get into, and they ask you what your business is.
I'll be pretty straightforward. We were, or at least I was one of the. Well, actually, I can't tell them that because this was supposed to be hush hush. So I'll go in my disguise.
We're both supposed to be here. Saying it to the guard.
We're
We both have business inside.
Well, what kind of business?
Business that is important to us.
Miss
Dalanadrin. Thiathel Dalanadrin, you might have heard of me.
Thiathel Dalanadrin. Are you
Yes.
trying to use your feature?
Yes.
Okay. What's your feature for?
Position of privilege.
Nice.
Well,
I'm trying to be Obi-Wan Kenobi right now.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. Miss Dalanadrin. I believe. Yeah. Is she a noble? I think she's a noble. The one guard says, "Yeah, I mean, she looks like it. I mean, yeah. I mean, Miss Dalanadrin, who?
Have you not seen an elven noble before?
I mean, yes, I have. Look. Is this your retainer?
Yes.
Look. What? Miss Dalanadrin, who are you here to see?
I'm on very important business. From what city am I from again?
You live and work a little bit in Candlekeep.
Yes.
Candlekeep.
She's here to see Cassius Blanco.
It's very important business from Candlekeep.
Very important business, and I have the gold, like the sack of gold pieces.
Very.
Yeah. Look, Mr. Blanco isn't here.
He's not here.
Right now. I mean, if you jog my memory, I might remember where he is.
Touch his head.
She raised her hand. I put her hand down.
Roll to present
Well-
money or beat with money.
I mean, you'll forgive me. I don't know the man personally, so I'm not sure exactly where he might be, and I accidentally dropped the coins on the ground. Oh, look,
He covers it up with his foot really quickly before you can say anything. Oh, well, he usually goes patrolling around these times in the Wide. Some nights. He likes to make sure to inspect the nightly entertainment.
No.
What kind of entertainment?
The kind that perhaps it may not be best to be seen at.
The one guard next to him is a little bit drunk, and he's a little bit loud. He's like, he goes to the whorehouse called Cake above the damn restaurant. He's like, yeah, shut up.
It's called cake.
The cooking by the book.
Yeah, that place. Whatever.
A fine establishment.
Where?
Of good repute.
Where are they at this point?
They
Citadel.
are at the Citadel, not where you guys are.
We're not in earshot of that.
We're
even
over here at 76,
You hear
right?
No, you saw me in like the main part of the wide.
You hear a voice yelling from the guardhouse, and out walks a kid in full guard armor, whatever. And then you realize, because you're not, you don't make this mistake in the light. It's a grown man, looks like a halfling, walks out, chainmail and whatnot, and starts berating the guards for like not watching the post, not talking to people, and like turn these people away. There's no visitors allowed at this time of night.
Terribly sorry, sir. We were taking their time. We'll be on our way.
Yes, and they say, and you hear the one loud guard turn to the short figure, and he's like, I'm sorry, Vigilar Anglethorpe, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, I was just trying to do my job. And then you see him jump up and slap the guard in the face.
I take it if if he doesn't shut up, he's gonna get Wanda to the face.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I guess we'll go to the Wide.
Sure.
I was going to see if it seemed like she was in, but also it seemed like many people were going to converge on us.
As you're going to the Wide, you hear loudly Conall yelling over, and then you see some guards say, "Hey, can you be a bit more quiet, please, sir? This is the third time I've asked. People are trying to sleep. It's your last warning."
How far away are the guards?
They're on the other side of the Wide. And so the Wide is weird. It's a weird Wide. You have to... They don't allow people to walk through the Wide in the middle of the night.
So you have to go around?
Yeah, usually...
But it's wide!
Yes. It's to make sure that there are no like illicit dealings or things going on outside of hours. Also, you can't do that at this moment because there's a wedding happening in the middle of the Wide anyway.
Wedding?
So it's basically
That would have been
reserved.
easy. That would have been important to note earlier. Like, it's not easier to have illicit dealings in the smaller alleyways of Baldur's Gate.
Well, yes,
I mean, there's a level of corruption that's acceptable.
yes,
Just not in the Wide.
Not in
of
the
all
Wide.
fucking places. Where the fucking Goblin King was!
yeah, not where Minsk can see it. Minsk can see it. Yes,
Who's getting married?
some nobleman.
Some nerd.
I don't know.
Some nerds.
I want to see a nerd wedding.
Did you just turn into Wedding Crashers, or?
Stop.
Can we?
Don't. No, please.
I wonder what kind of cake they have.
No!
We had better meet up with the others before they crash the wedding.
Alright.
So, you guys do run into these two. They are standing outside of Augusta O'Neil, a residence. You don't know that it's Augusta O'Neilly's residence, but standing outside of a residence, talking to one another.
I'm trying to get him to go to the kid league, and he's not.
And then I notice how.
Hell.
So, I got the best news.
I would hit you, but you're handling liquids right now.
What's the news?
So you remember how you were also telling me that you really wanted to help out Jadankel's cause?
Yes, I remember that.
I look at I smile at her, and I give her just like the most beleaguered face.
Did you talk to Jake?
No.
Of course I did.
That's great.
And I volunteered Ront for everything. Ront is doing absolutely everything.
That's fantastic.
I know. So we gotta think of something to do while Ront is helping
I look
Jadankel.
over at the guard, at the direction the guard was. Is he still there?
He's kind of walking. He's not facing you.
I reach into my pack.
I cast silence.
Please continue.
I just take it in my hand, and I just.
all
Just a
of you.
flash of light.
No, not
no
even.
light. There's no light.
Not even. Just so the guard's standing there. He hears the crickets. All of a sudden, he doesn't hear anything. But like this shimmering sheen of like the silent sphere happens, and then all of a sudden you just see.
I think I failed my saving throw.
You just see you see Ront.
I failed my saving throw.
I failed it even more.
Oh my god.
Okay. Thiathel, do you want it? It doesn't matter.
I failed it too.
Okay.
One.
So let me set the scene. The guard is standing there, just whistling a little bit. He hears cricket. You hear crickets. The audience hears crickets. All of a sudden, just a whoop. It's like a very soft whoop, shimmering sheen. He stops a little bit, just continues to whistle. And all of a sudden, you see the four of you basically fly out from one point. You see Ront like punch Conall in the shoulder, and all four of you fly out from a point about 10 feet away. And it's absolutely silent. The guard's still whistling.
Because the radius of silence is what now?
It's like 20 feet. Exactly.
I love how you didn't try to dodge. You cast silence.
So, make sure to mark that off your spell slot.
Oh shit. Can I nominate them for inspiration?
Yeah.
Good, because I need it.
Take it. One of you knocks up against the door, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't make a sound.
Is it me? Am I stuck to the door?
Yeah, sure.
It's like Silent Picture where like captions just start appearing.
We transition into a Charlie Chaplin film.
Yes. In the background, you see some of you trying to go up to Hal to pull him out of the door. So that happens.
How does silence work? Can I is it like a concentration or
It's
is
a
it...
concentration.
Yes, but you haven't taken damage.
So that means I can choose when it ends.
So I'm sitting here trying to ask you guys
until
like
the duration.
Until the duration, yeah.
How long is
like
the duration?
what are we
You
doing here?
would know.
But no words are
No
coming
words
out.
are coming out.
It's
Yeah,
just-
it's silent. You see Halexan mouthing words.
I'm waving my hand like come here, and I step. We went flying 10 feet, so I walk 10 feet
Outside of the silence.
10 feet more.
If you're in
outside.
silence, can you hear things?
No,
I'm
you can't hear anything.
I throw a thunderstone at Conall. Inside the sphere.
Make a strength saving throw.
Oh, God.
Con saving throw.
Nope.
You fly back 10 feet again. You see the guard turn around and say, "Hey, this is your last warning."
I run out that way and I say, "I'm sorry. We're trying to we're trying to leave. He's a bit sauced or shit. Ront. It's Ront. He's a bit sauced, as it were."
Yeah, okay. Get your mute friend off the door too. You actually can't hear him, but you yeah, you can't hear him say anything.
Okay.
Yeah, he gets stuck sometimes. We'll take it. But I'm very terribly sorry.
Neither of you can hear any of this.
And then I pull him back into the sphere.
He rolls his eyes and he walks away. Luckily, he doesn't walk through the sphere.
I pull him. I pull Conall. I pull Conall back into the sphere. Mm-hmm. I point at Hal. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have my disguise up too, by the way, so like, I'm just stuck to the door.
Yeah, but you look like you're stuck to the door, so like, I just point like.
Yeah. Conall makes the bird be free.
What's
And then
Connell's
be
AC?
15.
Do I see you making the bird?
Yes.
I'm making the bird.
I roll.
And-
I roll to unarmed strike, kick him in the ass.
Okay, fair.
18.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, you kick him in the ass. Roll one. No. It's strength plus. It's
1 plus your strength.
1 plus your strength.
1.
Take 1 bludgeoning damage.
I'm at 43.
So you mean I get to kick you 43 more times?
So I push him away.
Christmas.
I push him away, and I motion for No. I point at Hal with my finger, and I say, I do the bird signal again.
And I'm like putting my thumbs up.
Let the bird be free. I am mouthing this. You can't hear any of this. I walk over to Hal, and I start pulling on him.
You're able to dislodge it very easy.
I will then promptly start trying to scale the wall to get up to one of the windows.
Why?
I remember this with the signal beads. I want to do it stealthily, though.
Roll stealth. Jesus Christ. You're at advantage because you're in the silence.
Okay, so that is a 23.
Yep. You are able to get up to...
That was for, well, this would be athletics, right?
Mhm.
So I don't actually have athletics, so it would be 12.
with some...
I send Harry up.
You get to the second floor window.
Okay, so...
And you can see inside Augusta O'Neilly basically sitting in front of a fireplace having tea or coffee or
Please
something.
don't.
So, okay, so I see that, like, I'll, get beside the window so, like, I'm not...
Does Hal even know why we're here?
And I'm like, down around, like, it's Augusta O'Neilly.
I don't hear you.
Just silence spell. Are you still holding silence? How long does it last? A minute?
I'm gonna check that right now.
Like, no matter how long it lasts, it's still up.
Concentration up to 10 minutes.
That's 10 whole combat!
I'm not concentrating anymore. Can I just wait? Hold up. Yeah, I can just drop it, right?
Yeah.
We just stop thinking about it.
Yeah. Stop thinking about it.
Goose frava.
Right there, you hear crickets again, all of you.
Augusta O'Neilly!
Back up
Turns around.
Back up against the...
Turns back around.
Okay, Hal. I'll go to the... I'll motion for him to come down. I'll motion for Harry to come down. I'll go to the door and knock.
You see Augusta O'Neilly hear something, hear the knock. She gets up and she starts walking down the stairs. About a minute comes by, crawls by. She answers the door. Oh, isn't my 3 favorite little heroes? And
Hello.
hello.
Your fourth favorite hero.
Yes, this is our new associate, Miss
my name?
Miss Dalanadrin.
Said it correctly.
Yeah.
I
Miss
extend my
Dalanadrin.
hand like this.
Yeah, she takes it and she does all the things.
Does she shake it?
She.
Because I'm not moving my hand like this, so she's
I
gonna shake
feel
it. It's gonna shake.
no. She lightly touches it from the underside.
Okay, great.
There you go. Very she sees the noblesse with which you present yourself.
But it's not
And-
particularly oblige.
Jesus Christ. And the greetings occur. What can I do for you?
I'm so terribly sorry to bother you at this hour of night. We actually stopped by the offices of the Adventure Times. You're gonna find a note there in the morning, but it's no longer important.
Did a note there at this time?
yeah,
Did you leave it on the door? It might fall off.
The guard has been yelling at us for quite a few minutes. Is it all right if we come inside for for a moment?
Yeah, sure. Please, please come in. I have some oolong prepping in the kettle.
Delightful.
Conall saunters in.
So you guys are inside. She seats you in a lovely little drawing room. It's not very large. Her house isn't really big. She's lucky enough to not have a shop underneath her. It's more like brownstone, I guess, in a way.
She lives in a nice house.
Nice house, yes.
It is very nice. Quite comfortable.
I feel at home.
Might I commend you on your lovely furnishings and your lovely home?
Well, it's what years working at a very prestigious publisher and purveyor of news will get you.
So, there are a number of things I wanted to inquire about this evening.
Ooh, how interesting. I'm being interviewed. That never happens.
Never. Honestly?
Well, alright, everyone at the paper already knows everything about me, so...
Yes, but does the public?
Oh, well, some reporters like their secrets.
That isn't entirely fair. But before I get into those inquiries with which I had originally sought to seek you out this evening, I will be frank with you. I went to the offices if they were closed. I
Yes,
don't know why
of
I
course.
didn't think they would be closed at this hour, but I did see some stirring on the second floor. And, a while back, Ront made a wisdom check and he failed it pretty hard.
That was the 3?
One of them. So I may have gone up to investigate.
Oh, it was quite commendable of you.
I believe I came face to face with a very stealthily clad drow leaving your office.
A drow?
So, let me just get this straight. You're telling me
Yes.
you came by our offices
Yes.
to talk to me.
Yes.
You saw that there were some stirrings on the second floor. You
Yes.
went to investigate
Yes.
because you thought someone was breaking in.
Yes.
You too entered the office,
Fully recognizing what I am indeed saying and admitting to, yes.
saw that someone else was there,
Yes.
a drow clad in dark clothing, skulking about.
Sure, yes.
And then what happened?
In a moment, they appeared 300 feet away.
Oh, so they were just in my office and then they, poof, weren't in my office. Is that what you're saying?
It looks like they had been perusing some of your files.
Perception checks, all of you.
Nope. 13.
1.
6.
15.
From behind the couch, you hear some scribbling, as if quill on parchment.
Okay, I'm just gonna live with that then.
Please continue.
Of note, on your desk was a file involving one of the ducky candidates for the upcoming election. One of our actual close acquaintances. He was actually a former employer of ours, a Mr. Silvertooth.
Oh, yes, Jadenko Silvertooth. I see. Ah, so you were in my office looking at a file, Jadenko Silvertooth's. Let me get this straight.
Yes.
Who you used to work for,
Yes.
who is running for a dukedom here in the city.
Yes, and I want to insist that the nuance of the situation does not escape me.
Yes.
To that point, I think what Ront was saying is that somebody else was in there looking at that file, and Ront caught them in the act.
Okay. Do you have any proof as to who this person is or that they were there?
Unfortunately not, but I hope you would see that if I were fabricating in any way, that it would not actually do me any service to bring it up at all.
That is a really good point.
Roll me persuasion with advantage. That's a very good argument.
20.
She floats the quill in parchment that you can see now is full of an interview style recording of everything that has gone on in this room, and just lays it down next to the couch, and the quill sort of rests. She's like, "Well, that is true. That's very interesting. So, why do you think this mysterious drow lady is interested in..." I'm presuming you told her she was a female. It's not some big reveal or anything.
It's a woman! This brings so many new relevances to the situation. No.
You knew it was a woman. You never mentioned it.
Right.
She's in league with them.
Right.
No.
No.
No,
They're in the conspiracy cahoots. Please continue.
Yes, they're in cahoots. So this drow woman, what do you think she was interested in concerning the file?
I read the file. The most salient thing, given the recent circumstances, which are some of the things I wanted to make inquiries about this very evening, were, it seems, candidate Silvertooth's talking points for the upcoming debate.
Yes, which was meant to be published after the debate happened. I see. Which is supposed to be safe. So here's what I would like to happen. One, I would like to ask, was anything else touched, taken, disturbed?
If they were not in a way that I would have been able to detect.
Okay, then. I would like you to tell absolutely no one else that this has happened.
Understood.
Because if word got out that our offices had been broken into, it creates quite a stir and a mess and a scandal, I would say, more scandalous than what this could also imply, especially at this point in time when we are facing such heavy pressure from the eye of the beholder. Those snakes in the grass is the best I can say about them.
Actually, one of the things that I was going to inquire about this very evening.
Yes, well, they've been running a high pressure campaign against us. They've been trying to say that we report false news and such of that In fact, they attempted to petition with the Council of Four to have one of our reporters barred from interviewing the High Duke.
Which member on staff was it?
Of the she gives you a name.
Okay.
She says the matter is that particular matter is closed.
Okay.
But I will go to my office tomorrow morning. I will find your note. I will burn your note.
Absolutely. It just says we needed to talk, and here we are.
And the only thing they touched was that interview.
Again, if they touched others, they were very meticulous in making sure that was not detectable.
Well,
Your, not obviously, if it was on your desk, it was on your desk, but there was a drawer open, presumably from which they took the file, and they could have touched any number of other files that within.
right. Well, unless things were missing, it seems like they are not. We just won't bring this up again, because right now we can't have any bad press, especially things concerning this election.
I can understand that.
However, I would like to say that if I were Mr. Silvertooth and an opponent might know my talking points in a debate,
He might want to change his talking points without letting anyone know.
he might want to do something of that nature, yes. Meanwhile, I will inquire as to who might have known that I interviewed Mr. Silvertooth. And
That's really smart.
yes, well, I haven't been in this business for 2 days, my friend. I've been in it for quite a while.
I haven't even been in this business for 2 days. So.
Right.
Indeed. Long-time fan, by the way. I hope that these ill tidings would not dissuade you from answering some other inquests I might make.
Please, feel free. You have my time and my tea.
Quite lovely tea, by the way.
Thank you. Finest oolong from Calamsham.
What was the name of the reporter who wrote the article in the Observer?
Oh, the Eye of the Beholder?
Or yes.
I'm gonna make up a name.
Don't.
John Shanity.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm writing it down.
Just professionally, unprofessionally, you haven't know anything about that particular individual.
He's been, of late, he's been writing reports that are glowing praises of the other prime candidate in the ducal election, the Lord Tweedery Dump.
Moist peanut or
Yes,
something.
moist pecan, yes. Moist macadamia, whatever.
So wait, what are your thoughts on Jadenkel's competition?
Quite frankly, I think he's selfish. I think he has no business in politics. His business attempts, while Jadenkel's have failed with hilarity, his business attempts are more seedy, more underhanded, as it were. I think that he honestly shouldn't be governing anything in Baldur's Gate. He only owns property here. It's not like he cares about the citizens or what they think.
And that's an unbiased opinion.
Opinions are biased.
Opinions are biased. Trust me, I've been in this long enough to know.
But so that is,
However, Mr. Pending, all of these comments are off the record.
Listen, I don't know who you are.
you do, we told her.
That's not the point I'm trying to make.
I did have-
Mr. Breaker in of Roots.
I did have one other question for you.
I reach into my pack.
Yes, Mr. Please not here. That is a very nice couch. I wouldn't want anything to happen.
She knows your MO.
I'm sure she does.
Have you ever heard of, what were they called again? The Eyes of Tyr?
The Eyes of
Have you
Tyr.
ever heard of a religious organization called the Eyes of Tyr?
I have been doing an investigation of sorts into certain disturbances with regards to the civil unrest that, unfortunately, you saw the brunt of it, I believe. That is somewhat calmed down now, but I remember reading...
Actually, a dear friend of mine has seen the absolute brunt of it very recently and is currently recovering from her injuries.
I hope she was well. Or, all things considered.
She's in her spirits.
It's pretty
The
bad.
medicine will do that.
Was she on medicine?
Well, I honestly don't know who the members are because they are not officially recognized by the Church of Tyr, local chapter, as it were. That was dissolved many years ago.
That makes me feel much better about the situation.
Well, you say that. While they're not officially recognized, I'm not sure that their actions are being openly admonished.
I see.
by the local church, particularly the recently inducted high priest, who, ironically, has been singing the praises of Lord Tweedery Dampnut. Or Dampnut, I'm sorry, I mispronounce his name all the time.
Soggy acorn.
Soggy Acorn, yes. Saying that Tweedery will, what's the phrase he always chants? Make Baldur's Gate great again, or something of that nature.
Is
Make
Baldur's
Baldur's
Gate
great gate again.
is the city not great now?
I believe it is. I believe we brought in quite a fair number of diverse elements that will allow us to grow globally.
I'm just
And
gonna elbow
a
these two and wink it.
yes, quite as is what's presented to me at this moment. Grow globally and be able to compete against other powers along the Sword Coast and maybe even further in Faerun.
Did Thiathel?
Doesn't matter. Thiathel.
Did Thiathel mention the guy with the beard?
Yes, I told you everything.
Okay. I'll ask Augusta then. Do you know of any dwarves, red-haired dwarves, male red-haired dwarves who might be in some way associated with this group?
Well, yes, the High Priest of Tyr at this moment is a red-haired male dwarf. She gives you the name Raingrim Orkfoe.
That feels good! That feels real good!
Rain,
RANGRIMORCFOE.
That feels fantastic.
Doesn't it, though?
And I've never felt as good as how I do right now, except for maybe when I think of how I felt that day, when I felt the way that I do right now.
Thank you, Miss O'Neilly.
Okay, I don't know if you have anything else, Conall.
No,
anything
that
else?
is quite enough. Thiathel?
Would you say that the saying of damp acorn?
Yes, that's fine.
The damp acorn. Would you say that his slogan is what is causing these
The anti-infernal
uproars,
sentiment.
attacks, almost as if it's fighting against the diversity of
I would
Baldur's Gate.
say it's fanning the flames, as it were. What with, unfortunately, Mr. Wynalder, your appearance as well as
Are you unmasked right now?
I'll say I am, because she recognized me at the door, so probably
Yeah.
she recognizes your voice. She never forgets a voice.
Oh, okay.
Because you don't alter it.
Right. I have to work on that. So I guess I'll drop it then.
You need to meet Anglethorpe.
Please don't let anyone know I can do this.
Oh, your secret's safe with me.
Thank you.
Your appearance, as well as the appearance of your colleague, Miss Vicarro, wherever she is.
She's safe.
Was she interviewed?
She wasn't interviewed. She knows. She just knows. It's Augusta O'Neilly.
She's really
she
good.
knows. She's really good. I'm really good, Ront.
the very best.
She's the best.
As well as a few public displays of animosity, yes, I believe part of that is because of this political flames that have been fanned. This quote, she puts in quotations the words anti-infernal. Ugh, disgusting. What a derogatory term.
And it doesn't even cover the whole gamut.
This high priest was appointed when?
Oh, I would say a few months ago, actually.
By whom?
By local deans and such. It's an internal matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Anything else?
Where is the high priest?
Well, you might find him at the Temple of Tyr, although it's whatever night it is.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be any service at this hour.
When is the next service?
I would probably say...
I don't even remember what fucking day it is.
It's
Yeah.
Monday-
So
it's
it
Monday?
was
No, it's not
eight,
Monday.
it was definitely past 8. Like I'd say we're probably around like 10 o'clock, right? Like a lot's happened.
On a Saturday, right? Wasn't it Saturday?
I don't know.
It was like a Thursday or something.
I don't remember.
They tell you Sunday.
Sunday?
She tells you Sunday would be the next...
How far away?
It could be anywhere between 2 and 10 days away.
Well,
Nine.
actually,
Wait,
it's
when's the
3 days
election?
away. Tuesday, which is 5 days away.
Mhm.
So it's 3 days away.
3 days away. Thank you very much.
So the day after the award ceremony,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The day after the award ceremony. Yes.
Thank you for that information.
Just right before the debate.
Right. Oh, right. Well, not that I knew that. Backtracking just a little bit, you shared your personal opinion of the Mr. Candidate, as it were. Is that the extent of your professional opinion as well? Not that this is on the record.
We report the facts. and our facts report that, should the electorate be educated, we highly doubt that Mr. Damnut could win in a straight vote.
So we're talking like 30% chance?
We're talking about a 30% chance, maybe, if they are educated. And trust me, they're not.
At a more convenient hour, I'd love to actually sit down and talk with you about your methodologies of investigating those.
We talked
sorts of
about
things.
his competition, but how does the press feel about Judenko?
Judenko, while he has his eccentricities and wild investments, he does bring new blood to the field. I mean, we've never had a goblin dude before.
Given the current climate in the electorate, in your personal opinion, would it not be a good idea for me to stump for Judenko? Me personally.
Any of us, frankly.
Well, no, I mean, you aren't infernal.
Yes, but
What about me?
what was the priest's name?
Are you infernal?
No, but I'm saying standing up against.
What was that priest's name?
Oh,
Orc foe.
No, you know.
It's not like I was.
We're going to give him a reason to be an orc foe.
I'm not in the business of making enemies in any state.
Well, what can I say, Hal? If you don't feel comfortable, I guess it'll all fall on Ront. Ront, right, Ront?
I'm going to throw you through a window, Conall.
I'm simply wondering if it might be detrimental to Judenko to have someone of my complexion, shall we say.
Played correctly? Who knows? You might even open a few eyes on the other side.
Another thing I'd like to speak with you about at a more convenient hour. We do have other business elsewhere, so I did not want to take up too much of your time. Thank you so much for receiving us so graciously. Again, lovely tea, lovely home.
Thank you.
Yes, we must do this again sometime.
At a more convenient hour.
Yes.
I did want to speak to you about something in confidence, so if my colleagues could hurry on ahead to the League of Extraordinary Children, I will meet you there shortly.
Absolutely.
So you all walk outside.
I do want to say I am leaving this
Right?
conversation. This is the conversation that taught me investigation and deception.
Yeah!
Yeah, that worked.
Yeah!
Totally.
Right? Everyone's
When I said,
leaving?
like that was
Everyone's
smart.
leaving?
Yes.
Listen, there is only tea here. There is no cake, biscuit, or cherry, so I'm gone.
Okay.
Are you stealthing the
So, Ront, what is burning the ears of you to ask me today? I don't know where that metaphor came from.
It's fine. It's fine. It lands
Let's
on
just
us.
glaze over it and let's
No,
go.
I'm sure if we sat there and pondered it, it would be an elegant turn of phrase.
Right, of course.
I can't believe I'm playing Ront as a 0 charisma. Like, how did I think I was going to get away with this?
I don't know.
So, lovely coverage of us, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
It appears to have reached far and wide
Yes,
in ways
yeah.
that I did not even dare to expect.
Well, we are cross continent.
Indeed.
We're even starting. We're even wondering about translating it into Karaturian to get it over on the eastern shores.
Ambitious.
Oh yes.
I'll have to learn Karatori.
We have to learn what sort of censorship laws they have. It's very weird over in Karator.
Indeed. I understand that this following line of inquiry is probably going to do me a great disservice if my suspicions are incorrect.
Oh.
And even saying this is doing me a great disservice. But have your professional inquests on any of us, turned up anything else outside of what has been covered, publicly published?
I will say this. Mr. Pending does have his interesting background, I guess it were. I was able to drum up a archaeologist who's gone missing, but it's the only Pending I found with an elven relation there. And of course, Mr. Wynalder's lineage does not escape the folks at Baldur's Gate, especially those who would like to read about salacious guild activities with one manner that shall remain unnamed.
Indeed.
Interestingly enough, Mr. Havenfair, of all my investigative skills, knowledge, and how I can use them, I haven't found anything on you, at least not under that name.
I did not actually expect to show up at your door this evening with my full camaraderie, as it were. So I was planning to make fewer inquiries and use this to sweeten the deal, as it were. You've been so very gracious to just share everything that you have with us this evening, including what you've just shared with me. You certainly were under no professional obligation to do any of this. You may if you keep a wary eye and an open ear, come across an individual currently I'm told, the outskirts of the gate, making inquiries about myself. You may find it very interesting to speak with him. I ask that whatever you find, be kind. There's a lot more to it than what he's gonna say.
Mr. Havenfair, I am a journalist. People of my creed take an oath, whether spoken or not, to report the facts and the things that people around us need to know in order to make sure that everyone's lives are enriched. Sometimes we serve justice with our words, and we aid it. But regardless, ensure this: I do not shame or write a word that isn't true. I do not write an article that is not thoroughly investigated, and I do not besmirch a good person's name, whether or not it is their real name, lightly. So yes, I might find him, I might get his side of the story, but if I do, I will get every other facet of this story.
In truth, I don't see how I could expect or ask of any less. I humbly thank you for your time, and I wish you a good evening. And with that, sell the story. I just did. You didn't get anything in return. Hopefully, I got on track to getting the mentor, what's the word in vampire?
Background.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Awesome. Cool.
See, y'all are out here playing Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm playing V20! I hope that was a good enough taste of what the fuck is going on.
No, please, it's great. Like, I learned how to legally break into a place.
And we can discuss whatever that means.
And it's the sort of thing a 14-year-old would do.
Yeah.
So,
Very
to the kids!
To the kids!
I'm late. They're there.
Of course, you're late, they're there, and boom.
Y'all didn't wait outside. Please don't make it weird.
Yeah, no.
Yes, sir. You're outside of this guild hall. Currently, I will say this: you do have older men and women walking around, and like sort of you can see them on the corners, every corner of the building, just standing at the door. Burly dude. He's staring at you now. You know, if you're standing in front of the building.
So, actually rolled fairly well.
On what?
A wisdom check to see if I would just show up as a bladeling, which I really want to do, but at the same time, like, the very fact that they've had any contact with me has almost brought violence to their doorstep. On the way there, I'll keep my disguise up.
Got it.
And in fact, like, as we're outside, Thiathel, can you show me where Glenn was attacked?
She was where in
The alleyway. You remember the alleyway? It's just off to the left.
to the left.
Okay, so I'll go there and I'll take a look around.
I'm gonna go with you.
And can you point out to me where that container of that beauty product
Oh yeah.
fell?
Do I remember where that is?
Yes. It's near a drain.
Okay, and I assume that is there anything on the ground, like any kind of residue or?
You can see the broken glass and such. The contents inside have gone like iffy, like they've gone all black and such, like it's rotting or whatever, like it's old lotion or it's been affected, it's been rained on. You can see a rat sort of licking up on it.
Kind of shoot the rat away.
It hisses at you and like just scurries back into the drain.
That's right, run along.
Oh, I forgot!
Is that a sound a rat makes?
Huh?
Is that a sound a rat makes?
They squeak and hiss and
Do they hiss?
yeah, they can.
Honestly, I don't know.
Roll me a nature check though.
Oh, I forgot I was going to offer some to her as like an opening to the.
15.
Now I just have lotion.
Okay, roll me a perception check coupled with that.
That would be a 20.
They can hiss. They don't hiss at you with a forked tongue flying out of their mouth.
Oh!
And then the rat.
No, I didn't.
It's like a forked tongue like that.
A forked tongue, like
Yes,
a snake.
Like a snake. And that man in bed was hissing.
I wonder if he's using any of those beauty products. I'm going to take out my alchemist kit, set it down, like rummage around for like some powder or something, and kind of like shake it on. I want to do an investigation check.
Sure.
I'm looking for clues, but specifically in this case, I want to try and like see if I can identify the residue of this
It's a goopy substance.
It's made of a bunch of different things.
Mm-hmm. Think of it like a salve.
I should wait for you so you could give me a
A pep talk.
That's okay. Okay, so my investigation is a 19, and with an alchemist's supplies, when you inspect an area for clues, proficiency with alchemy supplies grants additional insight into any chemical or other substances that might be used.
Oh, very nice. You
Note
want
that it doesn't
chemicals and
say
stuff.
that it's not like full,
Right,
but like
right.
something.
That's still good. So these chemicals, you make some comparisons and whatnot.
Best friends.
You find that there's some weird jungle tree sap. You can find that, oddly enough, some of your experiments lead to the idea that there might be blood in this concoction,
I'm wondering...
and that there is a not unsubstantial amount of snake venom and snake essence, which could also be named snake oil.
Is that window open?
No.
You want to throw me out of it, don't you?
One or the other. Identify can suck it. That's rad.
Yeah,
do that, but no.
Yeah. Like I said, dormant transmutative properties. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, no, it's about spell. It doesn't give ingredients though. That's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
I want to take a little bit of the pus that I got from Glyn. I probably didn't get very much, but maybe like half of it, and see if it has any similar reaction to any of the stuff there.
It's not an exact match, but you can see that the properties of the pus, what other chemicals you can get from the pus, and the snake venom are highly similar, if not exact.
Okay.
We're literally CSI out here.
Yeah.
And it's hell!
Well, so here's the thing: is like basically I can do all of the chemical grunt work, and you can basically like
I don't know.
you know all the shit.
I know all the shit,
Right,
but
but
like,
that's the I'm the assistant. I actually do all of the like.
listen, CSI would be nowhere without the lab techs.
Well, exactly. That's the thing. Is you're the actual like.
No, I'm not Caruso. I don't wear sunglasses.
You were saying? I'm sorry.
So the next step then is to actually get a sample of any venom from Nasali's glands and see if it's similar.
Yes,
But,
that would be the next step.
is there anything else, any other clues out here that might catch my attention? Or is that pretty much like, I assume Ront will probably be here by the time I'm done. I figure we have a pretty good idea between your vision and all the other information of at least what is potentially going on here. And it sucks.
I'm getting very angry because this is dovetailing like way too well with the one shot. I'm getting very upset.
Wait, can we draft in Quincy as a pet?
No! I'm not going to be my own pet!
Yeah. Do you guys want to try getting in to the place, or do you...
Am I there yet?
I mean, yeah, you're there. This
I go up
takes
to the
time.
door and I knock.
Well, you have to get past the burly man.
I go up to the burly man and say, hi.
Hello?
Yes, you may not know me, and that's perfectly fine.
Wait a minute.
Are we all together now, by the way?
Aren't you Ront Havenfair?
Yes.
That Conall Pending?
Yes.
You are?
She's new.
Okay.
I'm new.
Miss Dalanadrin.
I go like this.
But he grabs your hand and shakes it vigorously.
Might he have heard of you?
I like put my hand away and
Yeah.
just kind of.
Might he have heard of you?
Sorry.
Have you heard of me?
No, but I mean, you certainly look like people have heard of you.
They have.
Okay. Brilliant. I love it. That's perfect. Let's keep it fast.
I'm just like massaging my hands.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Where's your pal? Where's Halexan? That's not Halexan.
I'm new also.
This is my bodyguard.
Yeah, no, he's like, okay. Yeah, is something wrong with your eye?
Yes.
Listen,
Either way would have worked and would have been
well,
Halexan is currently indisposed this evening. He just got back, and it's a wonder that we're all out carrying business on, as it were.
yeah.
And we do understand that there has been some trouble here recently, so...
Damn right, there's been some trouble.
We figured it might not be a good idea for him to show up, if you know what I mean.
Well, I like the kid. I think he's a pretty honorable fella. At least he's good to his fans. I will say, if it wasn't for his colleague, my boy might not be with us anymore today.
Your boy?
Yeah, he gave my son a little weapon, or I had to take it from him. He wasn't really old enough to use it, but the thought still stands. You know, it was a thoughtful gesture.
Oh, that was your son.
Yeah, it was my son.
Now, if I recall, didn't Halexan tell him not to use it until he learned how?
I mean, you're new. How would you recall?
We told him the story. It was a great story.
Oh, great
Plenty
story.
of times, yes.
Okay. Fair enough, I'll let it stand.
I mean, they had to brief me on the way over here.
Well, tell them I appreciate it.
Do you tell us
You know, next time, especially with kids, give it to the parents first.
Quite understood.
It's like,
Low key, it was a very crowded time event. It seemed possible that the poor boy might be on his own. I didn't know. I'm grateful to all the higher powers.
I thought he was with his friends. You know, we send these kids to this guild. I mean, let's be honest. It's more of like a summer camp thing.
Point of order.
Yeah.
That's where we are right now, right?
Yeah.
He's just there because he's concerned and they were attacked, right? We're
That's
not
why
at his home.
No.
The guild is not at his home.
No.
Okay.
No. You are there at the inn, and he explains to himself that he and some of the other parents have volunteered to be guild guards. A new term they made up. They make themselves little tunics and have little patches on them. It looks kind of hokey, but it's what it is.
I kind of want one of those.
I mean, you can ask him yourself. Would it be too much to ask to see the kids right now?
They are doing their evening snack, and then they're gonna go to bed. So, yeah, it's a bit too late.
Perhaps I'm saying this a lot this evening, at a more convenient hour in the morning.
I mean, for you guys, sure, we can schedule like a little, I guess, where you can teach the kids a couple of things or something. I'm sure they'd love to learn from accomplished heroes such as yourselves.
If that's all right with you.
I mean, you'll have to actually put it with the actual guild leader, but I'll go talk to the scoutmaster. I mean, guild leader.
Yes. And I'll make a note of saying this out loud. I'll see if we can talk to the guild and see our guild, and see if there's any way we can provide something in the way of logistical support or even boots on the ground to help.
Well, that would be appreciated. Yeah, I mean, fair's fair. Sure.
Yeah,
It's fair.
yeah. Okay.
Now, if your guild's looking for pay, we don't have much. I mean, this guild's for all kids of all kinds. We're not.
We've come into a
Charity.
My companions and I have come into what might be called a small windfall recently. We'd be able to cover it for at least a little while.
Okay.
With that, thank you for your time, and we'll send someone running in the morning to sort out the small things before we head over.
Wonderful.
And by someone running, it'll probably be me running.
Okay, before
Because I'm not going to send anybody. What the fuck?
Are we still outside, by the way?
Yeah.
We didn't make it in.
Can I talk to you inside for a minute?
He's okay.
Okay, sure, but only just inside.
I'll make it worth your while, I promise.
Whoa.
Alright, okay. I'm gonna have to pat you down first. You don't have any weapons on? Do you have any weapons on you? Before you say anything, Adam didn't even think of that. So, yeah, let's roll with it.
That's fine, but pat me down inside.
No, you don't get inside until I can confirm that you don't have any weapons. This is a kid's place.
Okay, I'm just gonna, because you're gonna drop it when you're in there, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach over, like, I know it's you, right? I'm gonna, like, gingerly feel for one, right?
You're there. Yeah.
Are people that aren't you able to just...
Please don't.
Okay, that's fine. I have one in my hand, right?
Ow! There's like...
No, I didn't pull it off.
Okay.
I cut myself.
I'm sorry. I thought you pulled one off.
No, I literally went like a...
He's gonna make this with advantage since you're showing him to disprove the... Hey, he's like, I don't know how the hell you cut yourself on his shoulder. That's leather right
That's
there.
what I'm trying to explain to you.
What are you trying to say?
We'll call it an enchantment, and you'll let him inside.
Oh, you mean that he's the dude, the guy with the pointy...
Yeah. That's
Oh.
what I'm trying to say. I just don't want to cause any more trouble for you.
Like we said, we knew it would be difficult if he showed up here tonight.
Yeah. You hear a party of drunk nobles walking by, and one of them is like, "Yeah, fucking Infernals, make Baldur's great again, whoa!"
I'm gonna duck around the corner, reach into my pack, pull out a Thunderstone, and
Oh, fuck! Look at that! Jerry, fuck you! Fight on the fucking street, and some guards run in. They're all drunk. They don't know where the fuck that came from, and like the guards are trying to wrap them all up. And
you know the best part? Yeah. Any evidence goes back into my alchemy.
Don't. You're extremely accurate with those.
It's almost like I don't need to try to get it where I want it to go.
It just goes where I want. It's almost like the exact wording on my instruction manual for these just says pick a point.
And the bag does the rest.
Right. So yes, with that, he allows you, Halexan, to come just inside the door. There are a lot more of these guild guards, quote unquote, inside. Some of them actually do have some simple weapons. They don't look like they're martially trained at all.
So seeing that there are others here, like, listen, I would drop the illusion, so to speak, but I think it's better that fewer people know that I can do this.
Okay. Well, he's like, all right, well, let's step in the closet real quick.
Okay. It's all above board. All above board.
He's the closet inspector. He's
right.
coming to inspect the closet.
Better be in order and not messy at all, or else
Better be no
hell to pay.
hell to pay if there's a cobweb on a broom.
Oh, they shouldn't have mentioned cobwebs.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. The elf inspector is what we're worried about here.
Essentially,
But just like,
Yeah.
listen, I did want to apologize for putting your son in danger. That was never my intention. And I'm going to give him 40 gold.
No, Mr. Wynalder, there's no need for money.
This is for you and the others who are trying to protect your children. Spend it as you need, even if it's just for.
Well, we could probably use some padded jackets, I guess. These things are just tunics. So yeah, we'll spend it as we need to see fit. But before I let you think you're gonna give that to me as an apology for anything.
Absolutely not.
Good.
That's.
So I want you to know, Mr. Wynalder, my son, he tries real hard, and sometimes he just doesn't get things. The first time right, it's real difficult watching him, because it's real hard when your child has like a special need. I want you to know I'm real thankful. I'm really thankful for you showing that you can accomplish things. Against a lot of odds of people pushing against you, and people saying you can't do things or you shouldn't do things, and I want to thank you for what hope you give him, because I know he can do it.
I have no doubt that he can, and this was not what I was expecting. But yeah, seriously, I have absolutely no doubt that he can do whatever he sets his mind to. Just please keep him and the others safe, and we'll do what we can to make sure that whoever is behind this never tries anything like this again.
Oh, I damn sure will keep him safe.
That is why I want you to have that goal. Protect yourselves so that you can protect them.
We'll do our best.
And do teach him to use that sword.
I will.
When he asking you as the DM, when he came to me, did he have like a
poster
sign?
with your face on it?
Yeah.
Was there anything written on it, or
A newspaper, like you mean like his
did
name?
he write anything on it? Yeah, or was it just a drawing?
It was literally the Adventure Times article.
Oh, okay.
Right,
I see. He didn't actually draw. Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember if he drew anything. I don't think so.
He's got gumption.
Yeah.
Before I go, do you know, has anything been said by the kids or by anyone who was here about the perpetrators, the ones who...
The kids didn't see anything. None of us saw anything because we weren't here before this happened. And none of the guild master or his guild counselors, adventurer counselors as it were, none of them saw anything. The activities master didn't see anything. They would have all been burned alive. if Glenn didn't do anything.
For her sake and for all of your sakes, I promise you we'll find them and stop them.
Thank you.
You know, just kind of like clap them on the shoulder and head back out.
Where do you guys head?
Home?
Tavern.
Tavern.
About this
Tavern.
time where you guys are like, tavern, please, I need a drink. You hear a scream coming from the wedding.
I run. We run.
And we're going to cover that next time.
I dun.
So everyone say bye!
Bye.
Adios.
Bye.